celebration in March. Yes, thank you for being so good. Yeah, so I'm going to do after this. Yeah, yeah. So we're in an old school building, Garfield Elementary. It was one of the early schools. I didn't realize this, it's designed by, yeah, so it's basically built onto it. Yes, we built onto it, so it definitely has some like new addition, but we still have all brick and inside is beautiful. It has a lot of the like, yes, and like, yeah. Yeah, people. I know. I know. I actually just saw a YouTube video on a restaurant in Prince Edward Island, and it is they rehab their church. Yeah, but it's like this restaurant where they only it's more of like a Salem style.
How are we doing, good people, good folk? We are on the road today. We are here live at Outpost Coffee and Bricks in the heart of Central West End at 4630 Linden. If you're in the area, stop on by, say hello. Don't forget that the grand opening is coming on October 4th. The grand opening is October 4th, good people. Grand opening is October 4th. So keep that in your mind. Put that on your calendars. Do what you can, but make it out here to Outpost Coffee and Bricks. Got Legos here to take your mind off of certain things. What's going on, my man Tim? It's a good crowd in here today. Perfect weather. The weather is changing at the right moment, good people. At the right moment, the weather is definitely changing. Lots of things to get into today. And one of the things I definitely would like to talk about is the calming. What calms you down? A lot of people are a little different on what calms them down when it comes to that and whatnots. But I think everyone has their point and mechanism of that calming mechanism for sure. If it's your first time tuning in, thank you so much. We're normally on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. There's a QR code on your screen right there. You can check that out, and you can go ahead and do that. Other than that, you can go to mycitymymusic.com, Dre Montez. You can also follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Dre Montez. We also have a page for our podcast, Who's to Blame the Podcast, on Instagram, IG as the kids say it. And we're also on Twitter or X at W2B Dre Montez. We're on YouTube, Dre Montez. We're on TikTok, Dre Montez 63. There are all kind of ways that you can follow the show, stay involved, stay updated, whatever it may be. But we will definitely get you involved with everything. And I am in position here of changing some screen settings right now, so bear with me, good people. Bear with me. Other than that, how's your morning going? How is your morning going? If you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. Special birthday shout out to my nephew, DJ, who was 4 years old today. Happy birthday, nephew, DJ. DJ's mom is my little sister, the one that brought me a plate on Sunday because I was complaining about I haven't had a plate brought to me in a while, and my little sister put her foot in it. I had some purple cabbage, roast, potatoes, and cornbread, and 2 glasses of cold water. Job well done. But again, happy birthday to my nephew, DJ, who was 4 years old. And if you're celebrating a birthday, happy birthday to you. And special shout out to the Libras, because I'm Libra Nation. We turned 55 on the 22nd of October. I'm looking for suggestions on what to do. What to do for the big birthday. I don't know. Double nickel, I don't know. We went to Vegas for the 50th. by ourselves, and we had a great time. I'm not looking to replicate Vegas, but I'm looking to do something a little different. Drinks with friends and family. Okay, that's good. Um, I've done the party bus thing. I've done a cruise. I, I don't know. I don't know. I've been wanting to go dancing a while lately. I'm crazy. Hey!
I think I have an order here for Dre.
Uh-oh. What we got here, Tim? What we got?
We have a brewed coffee with mocha sauce and half, and a sausage and cheese.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Guys, this is Tim, the GM here at Outpost Coffee and Bricks. Tim, tell the folks about this place.
Good morning, guys. So we are rocking and rolling over here at Outpost. We're about to have the grand opening coming up on Saturday, October 4th. So we're pretty excited about that. And we are just continuing to add, we just added the fall Lego sets to the mix. So we have the Haunted Mansion. We have all the sets over here.
So you folks can just come in, check out you some Lego sets and build something. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
That is. Just come on in, check out some Lego sets, and you can get it from their good people. And the coffee is here.
You're right back, Drew.
Oh, man. That hit the spot right there. That hit the spot right there for sure. Why this thing will not cooperate with me? Me trying to blow this thing up. All right, we'll get it right. We'll get it right. Oh, man, this is outstanding. Outstanding for sure. Again, I'm at Outpost Coffee and Breaks here in Central West End at 4630 Wendell, inside the Bel Air Motel. Check it out, good people. Great venue. Great for conversation. After hours work event or special event. You never know. All kind of things to do here at this wonderful, wonderful spot here, guys. Again, got to get that coffee in, Oh, man. There it is for sure. Yeah, what calms you? What calms you down? What? I'm not talking when you're in a bad mood, when you've had a bad day, but the calming mechanism. What is it? What is it for you? A calming mechanism. What is it for you that does it for you? Like, okay, this is it right here. This is what gets me going right here. What is it for you? I think people watching in the park is very cool because you can watch and also get some collective thoughts together. Also, like quiet time writing. Quiet time writing, you can get very deep with yourself, any problems you think you may have or trying to figure out, because talking about things and doing things are totally different. But when you write it down, you put pen to paper or pencil to paper, it makes the goal or the objective a little bit more doable when you're just talking about an idea or talking about a project. But when you write it down and you put it somewhere that can be visible and seen by you on a daily basis, I think it makes you do it a little bit better. We've been back at it now since September 1st. I'm not going to lie to you. I think last week was one of the most productive weeks I've had in sticking to the plan, as in writing things down and following through with it. And a lot of people fall victim to that, schedule, things get in the way, laziness. We all go through it, but to hold yourself accountable for things. Again, we don't want to make the list too big, because I think more than 3 items when you're just trying to get into the mundane routine of getting back at it. I think a list of 1 to 2 to 3 things is fine. When you get to 5, 7, and 10, are you being real with yourself? Are you really going to do all 5 things on that board that you said you're going to do today? But I bet if you do 1, 2, or 3 things, that right there gets the engine going, gets you out of neutral and into drive. And you get that calming type of feeling going on. Because when you're calm and you take away the mechanism and the noise, I think things are more doable. You can see things a little bit more better. The clarity is right there for you. It's just like in relationships and dating. You get a clear sense of things when it's quiet time. You get to tone everything down. A lot of people can perform in the wild, in the noise, but some people perform better in the quiet time. They can reflect better, get a bigger picture of things that they're trying to do and say. But that noise, it can be good, and it can be bad. I don't, for as production with the noise, I guess it's up to the individual or the product that you have. Let me know, what is your calming for you? What do you do to calm it down just a little bit? Most people say, nice glass of wine when they come home from work, walking barefoot in the backyard, watching the kids play. But something that calms you down. Nothing is stressing you out. It's just a calming moment. And also, do you take advantage of what the weekend news is saying, some editorials are saying, a couple of morning talk shows are saying? Do you have quiet time if you're over 30 years old? Do you utilize quiet time in your home? See, Coffees and Conversation bring this out. My good buddy Josh, he and I used to have coffee every morning and just talk about what happened the day before and what can we do today to make it better. Not saying yesterday was a bad day, but just reflecting on yesterday. And you want to try to find the positivity out of the day before. We all have negative actions throughout the day, but carrying it on to the next day really doesn't help. It really doesn't help. Just get it out the way. When we're young, we get caught up in what happened Monday. Here it is Thursday. When we're young, we get caught up what happened last month. Here it is a new year. But when you get older, sometimes we can let it go, then sometimes we cannot. But I think it really helps when you have a common mechanism to go with it and writing it down. I'm going to tell you what does not help: yelling in public at one another. Yelling at one another in public seems to be back in full force. We understand things happen. People can get heated, but to yell at another grown human being in public, it's 2025. There has to be a better way to communicate with one another when you have a disagreement. We done went from ignoring one another, letting the phone ring, let them knock on the door, let them blow the horn. Even all cap text messaging, we done it all. But now we're back to the 70s and 80s and 90s, yelling at one another in public. What did I miss? Did I miss the memo on this one? We're throwing people clothes outside again. What did I miss the memo on this? And in my walk this morning, I observed something this morning that needs to be talked about. Are y'all ready for this? Again, if you're just tuning in, over here with the people, other people, by the people, over here at Outpost Coffee and Bricks at 4630 Linville in the heart of Central West End. In the heart of Central West End. But I noticed something this morning on my commute here. It used to be a lot of people that either said something to a child that was dressed inappropriately going to school, or there was a parent out there with them. What happens? I think these kids are doing it again. I think they're changing clothes when they leave the house. I think they're changing clothes in the alley, behind the trash can, in the store bathroom, at the Quick Trip, at the 7-Eleven, in the McDonald's bathroom. These kids are changing clothes. Because I saw 5 kids this morning. I know for a fact that's not the school uniform. There's no way that's the school uniform. I thought we, as a whole, here in St. Louis, I don't have a crumb snatcher in school. But by me observing, didn't they go to uniforms for city schools? Didn't they go to uniforms for city schools in St. Louis? If I'm wrong, let me know. Because I saw 5 kids today that changed. And I know damn well those pants are not uniform policy that those young ladies had on. I know that for a fact. So are they just letting kids slide by to the fact, well, at least they're here? Are we doing that in school? If we are, let me know, so I can get some school administrators on board. I was talking to real estate and community involvement leader and former person that tried to run for the school board, my dude Tavon Brooks, who is the owner of Hidden Gems Bed and Breakfast in the Tower Grove neighborhood, as we were talking about it 2 weeks ago about the concern of the kids in school. I think it's all being overlooked for something else. I don't know. I don't know at all. But here it is Tuesday, and here are the things that a lot of people are talking about at work today. But we're going to let Tim come in here and say a few more words here. What you got here? Oh, okay. All right. Got you. I'm going to get Tim over here. He's going to tell us a little bit more about these Lego bricks, how you can pick them up, you can rent, and you can build about these bricks here.
Yeah, so we are a coffee house and also a Lego rental. We serve Goshen coffee, and we also rent Legos. So this is just a menu of our offerings here. We all have all these great sets for you guys to come build. We're actually launching the fall sets. We just got some new sets in the other day. We have the Haunted Mansion. We have the Hogwarts Castle. We have plenty of options coming soon. But for right now, we have all these great, fun Legos to build.
Oh, man. They giving all kind of things for adults. I tell you, and the kid in us.
We're just trying to create a whole new experience here.
Man, this will keep me busy for hours.
Me too. Some people build faster than others, but I've definitely gotten faster myself.
This is pretty cool. And these all on the way?
These are all available as we speak.
Oh man!
And then we're also launching all. We just launched all the fall sets as well.
Oh man!
Yeah, they're really cool.
They even tell you how many pieces and how long it takes you to put it together.
Yes, exactly. Because everybody builds at their own speed. It's not really about how fast you build. It's about having a great experience here at Outpost. That's kind of our whole idea. And it's catching on pretty well.
I see that, man. The last time I was here, there was a few people putting some things together, and it seems as though you're doing some work in here since the last time I was here as well.
Yep.
Okay.
We got the grand opening coming up.
October 4th, people. 4th. Get here.
Yep, it's going to be a big celebration.
Giveaways and swag.
That's right.
Sweet. Well, Timber's the GM down here, and the Helena's down here. Get on down here and see these guys today. Get on down here.
Guys. Come down and see us. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. Good coffee, people. Good coffee. All right, folks, as I was saying here, here's what I think a lot of people are talking about as of yesterday and this morning. Is storming the field in sports and the basketball court in college a bigger concern, or let it go? WNBA referees, after what Cheryl Reeve went through last weekend, will there be any instant improvements with the referees in WNBA, or can it be fixed? And then last night we had the doubleheader in Monday Night Football. We had the New York Football Jets, and the Miami Dolphins, the Cincinnati Bengals, and the Denver Broncos. Well, we all kind of knew something was up with Miami if they didn't win with Coach McDaniels, but I did not see, or anyone saw, the fact that Tyreek Hill would go down with such a horrific injury. But there's so much going on for his actions, his body language leading up to the game, what's going on off the field with Tyreek. I wonder, does Tyreek Hill have any friends that are not coattail riders? Does he have a real, true friend that cares about his well-being? Because all the stuff that's going on in his personal life, you had a house fire, you got married, you had 4 kids in 1 year, 1 by your wife, 3 by other women. You had 4 touchdowns last year and 5 kids. Your divorce is all over the news on what she wants. And now this. Hey, we know that it's a game. We know what can happen when you run into a brick wall for 2 hours, football players. But off the field, they're human beings. That's somebody's son. That's somebody's dad. He's going through it. We know the football stuff, but we've seen from every documentary when a player goes through injuries, and they got to sit by themselves, dark times come. Dark times are coming. You think about what you should have did, what you shouldn't have done. How can you be better at it? What you gonna do next? Why is this taking so long? What my friends at? Why I need help with this? I'm a grown man. I know how to do this. All these things are going through his head. Look at every athlete that got hurt made a documentary. When Kobe Bryant hurt his Achilles, he made that documentary. The same thing. The same thing. You are so strong, and so many people count on you. And then you go down, and you don't know how to ask for help. You don't want help, but you're going through things outside of football that's going to now affect the recovery process. So I'm worried about Tyreek Hill in that matter. The grown Dre is worried about that with Tyreek Hill. The football Dre is like, well, Miami, all the shenanigans Miami has been doing the past year and a half, what did you think was going to happen? You got a coach that talks to the press conference like he's in preschool. You got players disrespecting coaches with body language. I mean, this is all happening right in front of us. It's like some teams in the NFL, Philadelphia Eagles, you get in here too. You have more drama than any sports team that has won 20 out of 21 games plus the Super Bowl would not have this much animosity within the house. There's something more going on with Philly. It's like the players not even talking to each other. Look at the body language of the Philadelphia Eagles on the sideline. Just look at it. Just if you don't believe me, go and rewatch the Eagles and Tampa Bay game. Bucks fans, don't you do it. It'll piss you off even more. But go watch that game and just look, something's off. Something's off. Could Jalen be like, for as the teammate that Russell Wilson was in Seattle? Even though Russ won in Seattle, but is he that type of teammate? Meaning he doesn't hang out with the players. Everything he does with the players in front of the camera, only in a football uniform. No dinner with teammates, no hanging out with their kids. He is just coming in the building to do his work and leave. Is there a problem with that? If Jalen is doing that, what's the big deal if they've won 20 out of 21 games? Why do football teams and quarterbacks and receivers need chaos to do good? Why do you got to make the TMZ to do good on Sunday, Thursday, Monday night? Why is that? Why can't athletes just do their job, do it well? Why do I have to go to the strip club? Why I got to pop bottles? Why I got to be on IG with my cars and my whip and my jewelry and my kids and my BM with her BL? Why is all that? Why? Why? When you set the standard, okay, and people follow along, that it produces winning results, what the problem is? Maybe he's taking a book out of T12. What did T12 do after games? Watch game film. T12 is terrific time. Thomas, Patrick, Jefferson, Brady. When you know what you want to do and know how to do it, look at Josh Allen. Josh is not worried about the regular season. Josh has the whole month of January circled. He's tired of the comments. He's tired of the memes. You don't think Jalen has heard it since what happened at Bama? Look at what he has been through since high school. He's finally at the promised land of a professional football player, a Super Bowl winning quarterback football player. And that's not enough. What more do you want? I'm with Bruce Springsteen. What more do you people want from us? What more do you want me to do? If I was Jalen, I would just stand up on the Rocky statue and just scream out loud. I mean, it seems that's what they want you to do. It's impossible to do your job, do what you're supposed to do, stay out of trouble, not be seen or heard from, but you're presenting winning results. That's not enough. It's just like with normal people. I was talking to the men folk the other day. It seems as though women have a problem, say it with me, people, say it with me, with a confident man. They don't want that. You can't have confidence. You can't believe in yourself today. It's wrong. You can't be happy. How dare you walk around happy? What is going on in your life that you're happy? You can't be that way. You got to be slunched over, bad posture, cuss every 4 seconds, nothing positive to say, nothing comprehensive is coming out at all. That's what they want. If you're chaotic, they all invest. But if you got it together, nobody's paying you any attention. Not one person. And that's what Jalen has figured out. It's not up to him to preach what he's doing that works for him to his other teammates. If they see what he's doing, proof is in the pudding, they would jump on to that winning mechanism, that charisma. But they're not. They're so caught up into all of the madness over here. I'm with Herm Edwards. Nothing good happens after 12 a.m., men, or you're going to end up on a da-da-da, meaning Sports Center. Something bad didn't happen. But when you do your job, we're not trying to say don't have fun. Have fun. Do your thing. But why don't you pull a Dale Earnhardt? Why don't you build an establishment on all that land you got, put your playhouse in the back, invite over there who you want to. Hire you some bartenders, hire you some security guards, get you some dancers, get you a pole. You can have it all right there. You can have it all right there. There's nothing wrong with that. Nobody is saying that the athlete should not have fun. Date women that no one would deem to fake with a straight mind. We're not saying that at all. We're not telling you you shouldn't marry an adult entertainer. That's on you. You decide to do that. All we're saying, on game days, and it's time for you to perform and earn that sports money, we don't want that nonsense to be a part of why you're not performing. I think that's all we're saying. Just like we were kids in school. What your parents tell you. You can do anything you want, but the moment your grades are slipping, you quitting that job. You can't play baseball no more. I'm taking your car. Give me that phone. Give me the video game system. They take things away because you're not doing what you're supposed to do. But in the world of sports, we award them when they're not doing damn thing. Explain that to me. And buy this sandwich here. Oh, man. What? I may be doing this backwards. I feel like Bill Clinton when he used to go to McDonald's. Tomorrow. But I did my walk this morning, and now I'm eating. So we're going to do a walk again after the show. But I think that's where it's at right now. With the conversation piece in the world of sports. And on this throwback, Talk to Me Tuesday edition, I was reflecting on something I talked about 20 years ago that is happening at an alarming rate. The first thing was when the Sega Saturn came out. I had the NFL game that ESPN had with James Brown on the front, not the singer, the NFL commentator. On that game, I played a season, and they had where you could move your team. So on the game, I tried to move a team to Vegas. Had to get league approval. They had the little voice thing and all this. They approved me moving to Vegas on the game. At that moment, at that time, the only thing that was in Vegas was the Summer League, NBA Summer League. That was it. Now, I said then, one day, there's going to be a football team in Vegas, an NBA team, a hockey team, and a baseball team. I was in Charlotte, North Carolina. Now comedian Dave Martin. You can check him out on HBO. He travels a lot. Dave Martin was comedian. I was his roommate, my homie. He was a male model down there. And we were having this discussion. And everybody that was in that room all said I was crazy. What's in Vegas now? Baseball on the way. They got NASCAR out there. They got the WNBA. They got NHL. MLB on the way. And when I went to Vegas 5 years ago, I wish I would have had the opportunity to go to Vegas before I lost my vision. But I still did Vegas justice. I only went out from sun up to sundown. True story. But I went there and I took it all in. Like, I couldn't live in Vegas. Oh, no. No, 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 no. That's not normal heat. It's not in the water situation out there. No. But far as looking at Vegas on TV and knowing that I went to Vegas not to go to any shows, not to go to any strip clubs, but to go watch football. I went to Vegas to watch football on a Sunday, the greatest decision I've ever made. Yes, I went to Vegas just to watch football. Best idea ever. Best idea ever. But it was everything I wanted it to be and more. And now that they have all these sports opportunities to go out of Vegas. Like we just saw what the people from Chicago just did in Vegas because the Bears beat the Raiders. You have people from Chicago, Illinois, in Vegas. You had people from Southern California in Champaign, Illinois on Saturday. You talking about a clash. Oh my God. It's like Utah went to West Virginia to play college football. There's so many jokes there. You got Uncle Daddy and sister wives over here. Thank God I'm not a radio down there. Oh man, they would have reprimanded me. Dre, we need to speak to you in HR, please. This way, Dre. We need to speak to you in HR, sir. But wow, just the changes that we're seeing in the sports world. And I thought about this morning. Here in St. Louis, we just found out again we missed the playoffs yet again. But it's okay. There's a new beginning on the way. We got a new guy at the helm, they say. They say he's supposed to bring us all kind of bells and whistles and hopes and dreams. No more concerts of people over the age of 70 still trying to perform at Busch. Go inside the dome. And you got a dome. You got Enterprise. You got the place out in Chesterfield. You got all kind of venues, but you want to put 75-year-old plus people in a concert at Busch Stadium. Stop it. We're not doing that no more. We're going to put a baseball team out there, okay? We're going to put a baseball team. No more concerts during baseball season at Busch, okay? We're not doing it. There's too many other places to go. Have a concert at the soccer venue. How about that? Huh? Utilize other places. Leave Busch alone and let us concentrate on getting a baseball team out there because I want to play in October. Now I'm forced to root for Cincinnati and the Cleveland Guardians and the Padres. I'm forced to root for these people. But my dude pitching today, Hunter Green. In a perfect world, it's going to be the Guardians and the Padres. The Padres, if you close your eyes and turn up the TV on 15 volume and listen to them, that is nothing but the Cardinals in the 2000s. Look at that lineup. Look how they talk to each other in the dugout. They're smiling, eye contact with their managers, players talking to each other in the dugout, the pitcher's bullpen, they down there conversing about the game. That's what Cardinal baseball was. Schulte done took the Cardinal way out there on the left coast. Don't say it. I know. Should have kept them here. Things happen. But I tell you what's not going to happen. We're not going to be sitting in this position next year. You hear that, new GM? Did you hear that? Oh, we will knock on the door. That's one thing about baseball. We know where the GMs live at. We would knock on the door, and we will call too. We would. But we have questions. I think we're supposed to meet him today. I don't know if it's an official press conference with the Cardinals or not, but we get to meet the new man on the planet today. Get to meet the new fella on the planet today. TikTok, we'll be right back 1 second. I got to check some things out. Right here. Real quick here on the ones and twos of what they call here happiness in the place to be with the people and of the people and by the people. But as we say here, real hard folk. So it looked like that wall in the way right there. Okay, there we go. We got it now. All right, good folk, good people. I hope you're doing well on this Tuesday. I'm feeling good because here are a couple of things that transpired. The Florida football Gators did not play Saturday. The Denver Broncos didn't play Sunday. They played last night, doubleheader, and we beat Cincinnati. Here's to that defense. Here's to that defense. Here's to the defense. I still lost in the Friendlies Fantasy Football League, 139 to 166. I got my ass toe up. Just when you're going against somebody with 3 running backs and they all got over 30 points, what are you supposed to do? His defense probably put up 40 points. I mean, what are you supposed to do? I am 1-3. 1-3. 1-3. But here's the great news ahead. You know why? We get to open up the gambling this week, people. We get to gamble on college football and the NFL this week and Major League Baseball. And we may put a little change on NBA preseason and hockey. We crossing out the boards now. We dotting our I's and crossing our T's. I will gamble on some WNBA too. Just on a parlay, not straight up. On a parlay, straight up. And speaking of parlays and sports books, seems as though it's the second week in a row some games are under question, player performance under question. I think these securities that are doing the monitoring for these actions that some ain't right have been busy since football season started. They've already busted 18 people with some shenanigans on these sports books. Look here, folks. You know how COVID, people were sitting down and they figured some things out about themselves and other people? That's what's happening. You know how many retired people in law enforcement, retired, work for the NFL? They have nothing to do but look at cameras and look at film and study people. That's all. How much you gonna pay me? And I just gotta sit here and look at a camera? Let me get that money. That's what's happening. They're gonna catch you. They're gonna catch you. And can we please stop going to football games and fighting people that are part of the same team we root for? What's going on? What's going on, people? Come on now. You holding up everything that happened at home and work Monday through Friday, Saturday, then you going out Sunday to the ball game to get into a fight? That does not end well. What if they do to football what they did to baseball? What if they say, look here, no more drinking after halftime? What if they cut everything off at halftime? Exactly. They did it in baseball. Oh, they will never cut off beer in baseball. What'd they do? What'd they do? What'd they do? What they tell you about bringing these big-ass bags with food in there? They going to stop y'all doing that. They going to tell me I can't bring my purse in there. What they do? What they do? If we don't act right moving forward, I'm telling you, they're going to take away the liquor and the drinking at these football games. I mean, if the kids can go to college games and drink before they get there and act right, well, some of them, at least the kids go to sleep and throw up on each other. You grown folks be having melees. Just, how do you explain that when you go home and your kids are of age and on social media? That fight is trending. Now your kid got to defend you either getting beat up or you being a bully. Joy, is that your dad right here drunk and bleeding at the game? Now your kid got to go through that at school. Is that fair? Your actions on weekends are probably responsible for what your kid going through in school. You ever thought about that? Dad, I've only seen the moms fight one time. That was that bachelor party that went to the Chicago White Sox game, and it was White Sox women and Cardinal women fighting in the outfield. Look here. You talking about quality television. That was probably one of the best fights I've ever seen in my life. We don't condone fight at all. But whatever was said in them stands, I just saw her mimic her lip to Tiffany and point. Next thing you know, they were going at it. I think it happened like 4 years ago. About 4 years ago, that melee happened in Chicago between Cardinal fans, women, White Sox fans, women, and it was a bachelor party, a bachelorette party. First of all, you already know how I feel about that cross mating with Cardinal fans, Cub fans, and White Sox fans. That cross mating needs to stop. Stop it. Let's stop that. We need to have a real talk with ourselves and think how this is going to affect the future. If a Cardinal fan goes out and reproduces with a Cub fan or a White Sox fan, have you thought about how that's going to affect the bloodline when that child is old enough to understand sports? Do people really think about this? Nope, we don't. We don't think about stuff like that at all. If we did, we wouldn't be in the positions that we are in sometimes, good people. But as they always say, there's more coming and on the way. Definitely for sure. I'm trying to multitask here again, guys. I'm trying to please the people, do the right thing, and get the message out there of what we're doing here now. And it seems to be under order. Again, if you're just tuning in, how you doing? Have you had your second cup of coffee yet? If not, I think it's time you had. Don't forget, on October 4th here at 4630 Lindell, come to the grand opening of Outpost Coffee and Bricks and build something with their Legos. New sets are here right now. Great food. I just had a sausage and cheese biscuit. And Tim got some more information to tell me.
Yeah. Well, speaking of those new sets, I just wanted to show you right here. It's talking about, there's the Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion.
Uh-huh. Got that set. We have this Wednesday Black Dahlia set.
Get
a picture of that.
You can build this with your kids. It's a good date first starter, too.
Yeah, I mean, it's just really cool, right around Halloween. Just kind of getting in the spirit of things. Got this one here. We're going to have that one available. It actually was available as of 2 days ago. We have yet to, we rented that one out. We have not rented out the Haunted Mansion yet. And this one here is another one of our new ones.
Halloween cat and mouse.
Yeah, so come out and have fun with us.
That's awesome. I'm quite sure they're going to have all these out and available for you guys to play with on October 4th on the grand opening.
Did you need some more coffee, Dre?
Yes, please. You don't mind. That's some good coffee, too. Thank you.
That's from Goshen.
Goshen? Goshen coffee. Nice coffee cup, too. Good coffee cup right now. Hey, good people. Coffee cup like that. Yay. What calms you? That was what I started to show off with. What calms you? Not when you're in a bad mood, but what calms you? Music, smoking a stogie, listening to jazz, quiet time, walking barefoot in the backyard, people watching, a nice run, nice walk. What calms you down? What calms you? Just morning walks are the best. I'm talking between 5:30 and 6:30 in the morning, just to hear the day wake up in South City. There are no loud arguments. You hear the birds. Lawnmowers have not started yet, or leaf blowers, but you just hear the day rising. That is so beautiful. Just the morning greet, the head nod, the dogs are being walked. No school buses in the neighborhood because we don't have that many baby son of a bitches in the neighborhood. So the grandkids, maybe a bus comes in the neighborhood on Fridays. I think there may be a few people that get cussing their crumb snatchers on Fridays and the bus probably drops them off. But for the most part, we don't have too many school buses in the neighborhood. But to start the day off with a walk is amazing. Most people go to the gym, get on a treadmill, put their headphones on, roll over and touch something. But for the most part, That walk is so therapeutic. I wish I knew about the walk and the camping lifestyle in my 20s. Because camping is therapeutic too. Oh man. Oh man. Last year I went camping for 3 weeks. Outdoors. No glamping here, player. No glamping here at all. I couldn't do that. You want me to go in the woods and stay in a cabin? What's the sense of being out here? What's the sense of being out here? No. I'm gonna sleep on the ground with the people, of the people, by the people. That's what we out here. That's what a tent is for. It's right there. If it rain, oh well. But being outdoors at nighttime, I can't explain it to you. You ever hugged a tree naked in the woods? Best feeling known to man. Oh, but I ain't knocked that over. Coffee. Boy. So you're trying to tell me coach is always right. You're trying to tell me billionaires that own sports teams are always right. No, I beg to differ. Because Daniel Indiana Jones, Jackson Dart, and Justin Fields. Last year, the way coaches and owners were talking about them three, fast forward to now. Fast forward to right now. I know Justin Fields lost last night, but fast forward to now on those three athletes right there alone. What those people at today? I want some accountability. I want somebody to stand up and say, I was wrong. I'm going to throw Mac Jones in there too. You mean to tell me Jackson Dart did that for the New York Football Giants? He had the offensive line running like they 20 years old. The defense was hustling on and off the field. The special teams, the communication on the sideline, everybody was smiling. What happened over there? Again, Russell Wilson. Is he the common denominator here on draining the energy out of people? Is it too much? It has to be something with Russ with the extra feeling. Because there's no way from a week ago to that. That's why I said, man, I want to go to an NFL practice. I'm not going to talk to nobody. I don't want no autographs. I'm not filming nothing. I just want to observe what's going on. Didn't Jim Irsay daughters do that? Isn't Jim Irsay daughters doing that? They get wear the headpiece and just be there. I want to do the same thing. And I want to go in there and watch film with them. I want to know what coaches are actually doing the coaching, what players are actually getting the feedback and the teach back, because something ain't right. What y'all doing in practice? I'm not believing that crap on Hard Knocks. That's scripted. No. Show me what y'all doing in practice. Because there is no way they had the same type of practice the week before leading up to that game the way the Giants played against San Diego. And San Diego is the Chargers are no slouch. That's Justin Herbert. They made them look disheveled, that offense. Like Harbaugh got out-coached by the Giants. So somebody lying. Remember when you were kids? There's only two people in the house. And your parents come home and something broke in the house. And both of y'all talking about we didn't do it. Somebody lying. It is a true mess on what they can do to you. They tried to do it to Trevor Lawrence. I like Urban Meyer as a as a college coach. What he did in Jacksonville should be brought to a court of law. How can a grown man intentionally try to throw a whole franchise under the bus? The way he talked to Trevor Lawrence, the way he coached Trevor Lawrence. There is no way all that should happen between the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Miami Dolphins, and the Washington Commanders. I'm sorry, the Arizona Cardinals. Let's take Washington off there. Arizona Cardinals, Miami Dolphins, and the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm going to throw the Houston Texans in there too. All 4 of their front offices need to be held under investigation. The way they talk to players and treat players, and the way they treat women. Those 4 franchises are how? What Arizona went through last year, they fired a coach on the road for him being disrespectful to a female employee in the front office. I want to know what's going on. Baltimore, you Ravens, y'all stand still too, because that's a mess over there. So now everybody hurt. Everybody hurt with Baltimore. The way they played Sunday on defense, they didn't want to be there either. Remember you were playing Little League and your coach said this? Come here. Look like you don't want to be out there. Go over and sit down. That needs to be done in the NFL. Come here. Don't look like you here today. Sit down. You got 53 people. Use them. You got a practice squad. Use them. I'm quite sure old Junebug and Todd Jr. wouldn't mind getting a game day check. We got too many athletes right now that have fell into that, I don't need money. I got money. Don't want to play no more. We have too many athletes like that right now, collegiately and in the professional level, that have that mentality, that cycle. I got it. I ain't worried about it. I got enough money. We need to do something about this. I don't think it's going to be this commissioner in the NFL, because he's doing too many things for these owners when it comes to the money. He's doing too many positive things for the owners for them to make a change with the NFL commissioner, Roger Goodell. Doing too many things. But on the other side, is this the direction you want to see the NFL going? We already know we're getting the team overseas. We don't know where yet. We already know there's an NFL franchise going to be starting outside of the United States. Just get ready for it. It's coming. It's going to happen. No doubt about it. The proof is in the pudding. It is there. Don't know if it's going to be a new team. Well, they're not going to go with an odd number of teams, so we got to get 2 franchises, unless we're going to move one over there. I think if Shad Khan wouldn't have got everything together with Jacksonville, Florida, and the state of Florida, I think Jacksonville was going to be the team to exit stage left. But now we got to get a new plan. Where are the 2 new franchises going to go? Where are they going to go? What would you like to see an NFL team at again? And please don't say St. Louis. They done ruined that. You ever been over somebody's house before and you took your friend and your friend did something so awful that you can never go back to their house? That's how I feel when it comes to football in St. Louis. We messed up. We had the wrong people talking for us. Wrong people. Just to go back to that time and try to do that whole situation over, this time with some thought instead of money. Have a plan instead of money. There was no plan. It was just pointing. Let's put a stadium here. 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 Think about, is that where you want to see football at? In a perfect world, we would have built the sports venue for the future. But everybody was too greedy. Got the hockey team want their own place. You got the baseball team want their own place. You got the football team want their own place. But you go to some of these places, why can't we do this together? Why can't we create the perfect sports venue for everybody? No. Greed. One day they'll figure it out. I think they need to re-release the movie Basketball and show it just to sports owners. Just show it to them. Let's have a meeting. Everybody come here. We got a movie for y'all. Get on in here. Come on. And just show that movie. And we're going to do a Q&A after the movie too. We're going to learn stuff today. They do it to the players with the rookie symposium. Why can't we do it to the owners? Let's act out what you guys are doing, but we have actual proof. Here's a movie. And show it to them. See if we get any action then. Let's see if we get any action. Start next year, put umpires and referees' last name on the back of their shirt. Why does a referee or umpire or official need a number on the back? Why? Put their last name on the back. I guarantee you then we'll get some accountability on these calls. You're not going to call a strike and walk away from me and throw me out the game. Oh, no. I'm going to follow you. I like when coaches are right. When the coach is right and the umpire is dead wrong, why are you throwing him out the game? I don't get that. We can't argue balls and strikes in baseball, but we can argue what is a catch in the NFL. The strike is one of the most important parts of the game. And you're taking that away from the batter, the pitcher, the catcher, the manager. You're taking it all away from it, but you're going to bring it back next year with technology. If we don't lower the age requirements for the Major League Baseball and the NFL, you see that NFL official crew last night? You couldn't see nobody's belt buckle. Baseball, oh my God, Grandpa and Uncle Charles, hey, come on off the field. I think Major League Baseball umpires should be 28 to 35 years old. That's it. Nope, nobody over 35. Nope. And everybody getting a vision test. No corrective vision. None. We have got to fix this problem. Let's see how bad it gets with the playoffs starting today. Let's see how bad it gets today with the playoffs going on today. Let's see how bad it gets. I don't want to hear I told you so. Not one commentator on a post-game show should say baseball needs to get a hold of this. Stop putting up the diagram. Stop showing us what his strike zone is. We all know at home what a strike is. It's not us at home. It's the dude behind home plate. He thinks his name should be on the ticket or the marquee. I bet we nip this in the bud. We start holding them accountable by putting their names on the back of the shirt. Just give it a try. Let's just do it for 2 years. Let's do it for 2 years and see what happens. Let's check the data on that, since that's all baseball wants to do is let's check the data on that and see where we're at on this. The data has been said. Baseball umpires and WNBA umpires need to be retrained and retooled immediately, because the WNBA referee is going to get somebody hurt. Well, they already have. They already have. And if the Fever beat Vegas without Caitlin Clark, it's going to be some furniture moving in that locker room. Watch. It's going to be some furniture moving in the locker room. It's already furniture moving between Cowboy fans and Packer fans, NFL fans, and former players. The NFL overtime rule. Why did they change the rule? Does anyone know why they changed the rule? Does anyone know why? Yes. Patrick Mahomes, you're right. They changed the overtime rule because Patrick Mahomes didn't have enough time to come back on the field. And they bitched and griped and bitched and griped. So what did the league do? We're going to change the overtime rule there in the playoffs. Matter of fact, we're going to change it for regular season too. Where'd that get you? Overtime should be first team to score wins the game. You got to put that defense out there to stop it. Put your best offensive foot out there and go. Both people get the ball running out of time. What is this, the All-Star game when Bud Selig called the game because we ran out of players? Idiot. Baseball hasn't been right since then. I just don't get how we get from the overtime rule. Well, it was used to be sudden death. It was beautiful. Free football, first team to score. Let's go. But now you got, we get the ball back too. We get a chance too. No. When baseball went to the softball rule, we're going to put a runner on second base. Talk to a person that's been following baseball since the 50s and see how they feel about that. Talk to somebody about baseball that's been following since the 50s and see how they feel about baseball. Sit down, because they're going to talk to you for a long time. Who are they making the game better for? Who's on this committee? Who are these people that answer this questionnaire? You know, they always say 7 out of 8 dentists say this toothpaste is the best. Show me these dinners. Show me the 7 that said this is the one you ought to get. Show me these people. Who are the they people that make these rule changes? We know who making the rule changes. The owners. They said they're having a winter meeting down in Florida. Last time they had a winter meeting in Florida, what did they find Bob Kraft at? Where was Bob Kraft at when they had the winter meetings down in Florida? He drifted on over to Tampa, didn't he? They found him in that alley of that massage parlor. But nothing was ever done about that one. Mm-hmm. Who else was in there with him? Who else was in there with him? Yeah. They never talked about that, have they? It's been hush. We're not going to say nothing that we found old Mr. Kraft inside of a massage parlor. Okay, all right. That was owned by the lady he went to the Super Bowl with, that sat in the box with him, the Patriots' last Super Bowl win. Don't get me started. We know why they're doing these things, why they are doing these things. I wish they could tell us the truth. Fan behavior. High school sports, it's usually kids returning to the school or 19 to 25-year-olds that are causing problems. College sports, it's recent grads and guys who've been kicked out of school and the drunkards. Professional sports, it's grown people. What happened at the Ryder Cup over the weekend with the fans? When you normally see golf, I don't know if you've been to a golf tournament, the demeanor, the culture, the attitude, the crowd is totally different than anything I've ever seen before in my life. I did not expect that type of, I guess, behavior from golf fans at the Ryder Cup, throwing a bottle at Rory's wife. I mean, what did his wife do to get a bottle thrown at her? Now, I heard Rory give the F-bomb. I mean, you can't talk in my backswing. You can't be talking in my backswing. You want to make a golfer mad, talking in backswing. Sneeze when Michael Phelps trying to dive in the pool. I mean, some things you just don't do. We have lost our mind as fans. But I think if they keep acting up in NFL, I'm not saying I recommend this, but if these grown people keep fighting at these NFL games, be no drinking after halftime. That's it. Y'all tearing up the place. You're hurting people that are not involved. You get security who trying to watch the damn game, making them work. Yeah, I said what I said. It's been a fight every weekend in the NFL. Every weekend there has been a fight, a melee, not just one or two people, a melee. Sometimes security's there, sometimes not. But for the simple fact, I say 85% of the fights I've seen, it's people that are rooting for the same team. I don't get that. Like I was out the other evening and I observed this couple going through some type of an argument. And all she kept saying to him while he was trying to watch the football game was, "So you're not going to answer me? So you're not going to answer me? So you're not going to answer me? So you're not going to answer me?" I wanted to stand up loud and say, "Lady, apparently not. That wasn't none of my business. But none of my business." She just swooped them on him and sat down. It seems as though he left the house or hung up the phone as they were arguing, and she must have figured out where he was at, came in and sat down right in front of him while he's trying to watch the football game. Straight eye contact, flip-flop on and a hair bonnet, just talking real loud. "So you're not going to answer me? So you're not going to answer me?" When did this start? When? I think television shows, HBO series, Tubi, Freevee TV, Oprah leaving TV, all they got to do while people are arguing in public again. for some reason, they think that's supposed to work. That's supposed to trigger the right situation, the thing to pop up. I beg to differ. I beg to differ. What happened to conflict resolution that we used to have when we were taught when we were younger? You know, you had a disagreement with somebody. There was a way to handle it. There was a way to handle it. It's like we forgot all the tools we were given in middle school, high school, in life after high school. And it's like you got to reboot the system. Because if you're over 40, you handle any type of conflict totally different than when you were younger. Somebody put their hands on you now, you probably step back, you give it a gander. But when you were younger, there was probably nothing. They were just out cold. But as you get older, you see things, how to handle it. You position your body differently. You ascertain what just happened. And then you come out. When you're over 45, it's really different. That's usually when you pick up the phone and call your young niece, since she still got that swing in her. What you doing? I need you to come handle something, B. When you got to call somebody out of retirement, you know, they whip that hair out. All right, Unc, I'm on my way. The good old days, the good old days. Man, oh man. Sometimes it's fun to think about the good old days, how things used to be. But do we really want those good old days back? I don't. I like the times that we're in right now, I really do. And I had a special guest. We just got to reschedule. We got to shift the mechanism on this. Got my man Gregory coming on. He's going to talk about something I think a lot of people are afraid to talk about out loud. No, I'm not talking about your health or mental health or your pockets. I'm talking about AI, not Allen Iverson. I'm talking about artificial intelligence. We can't say, are you ready for the future of AI? It's right here. AI is right here in the building. AI is here. Some people are afraid of it. They don't want to discuss it. Oh, no, you gotta leave that AI alone. I don't know what's real anymore. But you date online only. How are you afraid of AI if all you date is men on Facebook dating? Explain that to me. Explain that to me. How you date somebody on the internet, but you're afraid of AI? Make it make sense to me. Just that, what? I don't know. You got people out here that are afraid of smart TVs, smart television, autonomous vehicles, AI. What else I can throw in there? But those are the top 4 people are afraid of that do internet dating. You willing to date somebody that you've never seen before. You just seen a picture of them and some words that chisel the bone. And you're like, okay, let's meet. And they said in the 70s, hitchhiking was dangerous. Don't get in nobody's car that's offering you candy. But you can go on the internet and meet Josh, and he says hello, and then meet Josh that night, and then in a week and a half, let Josh move in. Same thing. But then they're mad that Josh just took $5,000 from them and wrecked their car. You did that. I'm just confused on things you should know better and the things you need to know better of. And I think for us moving forward, technology is something you need to take a hold of. How many people do you know with an iPhone or a smart TV does not know how to utilize either one of them? Doesn't know how to send an email from their phone, does not know how to screen share on their smart TV. How many people do you know like that? I think the next person that you meet and you're trying to question their technical skills, tell them to send you an email from their phone. And if they don't know how to do it, I want you to take the phone from them, slam it down on the ground, and step on it. We need to start doing it. We got to get rid of these people. that are just wasting technology out there. We're going to give them a flip phone or a landline for people that are walking around here impersonating that they know how to use an iPhone and a smart TV. We need to stop. Let's get them some rabbit ears, okay? And we're gonna get them a flip phone. We're gonna get a special going with Ted's Corner Store. You can bring in your destroyed cell phone because you don't know how to use it, and we're gonna get you a flip phone. And I meet one more person that has over 25 apps and they don't use them. All they use their phone for is text messaging, breaking it to. We're tired of this. We're tired of this. You know how we did against the young folks when they were buying all the grown folks' clothes, when everybody was buying 3X and 5X t-shirts. There was no clothes for the people that needed those because the young folks were buying them. You're $1.15. Why are you wearing a 5X shirt? What Chris supposed to wear to work? We fixed that problem. We got to fix the problem with technology. There are people out here with devices that do not need them. We're going to take it away from them. Give me that. Give me that. Throw it down. It's like people that wear sports jerseys out of season. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. It's the last week you're allowed to wear your Cardinal shirt. This is it. Put it away. Put it away. It's the last week. After that, you can pick up a baseball team that's in the playoffs, or get your hockey shit out, or your NBA shit out. But we all agree. We all agree. It helps to get the rules and regulations out there. That way, people, when they walk into a sports environment, no one is looking at them like, the hell he got on. You have to do that. When you walk into a sports environment, you got to know what you're wearing. But this guy got a Brewers shirt on. Oh, you know, in St. Louis? What's going on here? You don't know the story of 82? Somebody got to tell them. You have to be aware of what you're wearing when you are a sports fan or a sports fanatic, or you got to suffer the consequences. You do. You do. It's that time right now for your baseball playoff shirt, your NFL, college, your hockey, and your NBA. We're going to let WNBA slide and NASCAR get in there as well. Those are the 7 jerseys allowed to be worn right now. Anything else, out the window. Out the window. You can't be wearing an NFL shirt on a Tuesday unless your team won the night before. No NFL shirt on a Wednesday. NFL shirts are allowed on what days? Game days. Thursday, Sundays, and Mondays. Until when? December. Then we get to that Friday in there and that Saturday. But until then, we're going to keep it a buck, as my dude Cam Ward said. When you're frustrated as an athlete and a business owner, when you're frustrated as an athlete or a business owner, you in a world that nobody can understand. You don't know how to deal with your problems or your frustration. I see a lot of that. Look at Cam Ward, A.J. Brown, Russell Wilson, Justin Fields. When the competitor is frustrated, the naysayers say, well, they need to grow up. You know, it's a team sport. It's not about them. Without him, it wouldn't be a team. They need to take the sports psychology field a little bit more serious than the way they used to. In the 90s and early 2000s, it was a little window of opportunity of sports psychologists on how to get rid of the yips of athletes. They start going to people who didn't play sports but could understand the psyche behind the game. And it became a real fascination of people. They start referring people to these books and these doctors and these psychologists. Not the type of psychologist where you lay on the couch and say, well, my dad whipped me when I was 8. None of that. We're talking about your game and your performance. And it started working and catching on. Players are doing better on the field, off the field. But something happened. They stopped believing in the sports psychologists, start thinking they can fix their own problem. Because during COVID, they started recording themselves. Well, I can do this. I see what I'm doing wrong here. You're missing the whole point, Bob. What the sports psychologist is seeing is something that you cannot see at all. They're looking at things you're not paying attention to. Your mind must be free and clear. And a lot of them, there's so much going on in the sports mind of these people. Everything off the field that's in the news that's negative, they thinking about that on game day because some fan is going to tell them, we saw your wife at the concert last night, Chris. Now he got to step out of the batter's box. Time, get his mind right. We know too much bad stuff about these players that when we bring it up, we're a bad fan. You shouldn't bring that up. We shouldn't be doing that. We should know about it. It goes both ways. But to fight the battle of fixing the yips or the my bad, like the whole NFL for some reason can't catch the damn ball. If you don't believe me, talk to Cam Ward, Tennessee. Look, if the ball hits both of your hands, I don't want to hear my bad. It hit both of your hands. And we've done the test on the gloves. They have what on their kids? Stickle. So he can't catch the ball. These are quality home receivers that are dropping the ball. These are not signed from the practice squad, cut from 5 teams, just got out of jail, 6 baby mamas. No, these are guys that can catch the ball. But for some reason, the drops in the NFL from receivers is horrific. I'm not talking the ball thrown way up here, too low to the ground, in traffic. No, wide open throws dropped. Wide open throws and ill-advised interceptions. I just want to know, why did Bo Nix in the red zone throw that interception before halftime? Show me on the board and on film what you thought you saw. Show me. Remember when you kids, you had to go to the board and show the teacher in the class how you got the answer? What the teacher would show you. Show me the work. Bo Nix, show me the work. Show me where you saw a window of opportunity to jump and throw the ball. See, I couldn't be a coach in the NFL. I would be petty. I would be the guy in film. Coach Dre, you want to break down film for us? Yes, sir, Coach, I got you. I have my coffee, my slides on, and my long pointer with the red light on there. You see this area? You should have been there. What were you doing way over there? What does the play call you for? Coach, what was the defensive set? See, we'll be doing that in practice. I want to know the why. What made you think you can roll to your right, jump up, and throw the ball over 3 people? I think some of y'all really think you're playing a Madden video game. We already ran into a player at the NBA draft who really thought you could just change teams just like an NBA 2K. What grown man thinks the professional league is like the video game that he was playing? He really thought when he got drafted by Utah, he could just go to another team. But they say, let them kids do what they want to. You out your rabbit ass mind if I'm going to let that happen. He's not even 25 yet. We talked about this last week. What is considered grown? Look at the expectations when you're 5 years old. When you're 10, when you're 12, when you turn 13, when you turn 16, when you turn 18. Uh-oh, now you're 19 and you're still in high school. People point. Then you're 21. Oh, you all grown it up now, but you're in your mama's basement. You're 25 now, on your own. Uh-oh, I can't afford all this. Let me go back home. When are you grown? I told you, I don't think you're grown until you're 30. If you're still at home, stay there till you're 30. Don't leave. Back in the old timing days, you didn't leave the house until you had enough money to do what? Make it on your own with a family. Now what they do? They starting a family with 5 kids living in your basement and the attic. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. But on the side note, and the good note, I have not seen a pregnant person in 3 years in St. Louis. When the last time you saw a pregnant person where you live at? I don't know what's going on out there. I don't know. But I haven't seen a pregnant person in a long time. But I'm always seeing people with a bunch of crumb snatchers all the time. Like, wait a minute. How you get Oh, kids. What? No way possible. No way possible. All right, kids. Water cooler talk has happened. It's baseball playoff season. Who you got? I still don't believe what the Cleveland Guardians did. July 9th, they were down 15 and a half games. Same note, the New York Mets were 42 and 24 at one time. Had the best record in baseball. Look at that payroll. Where are the Mets at right now? Cleaning out their locker for the winter. Why? They didn't make the playoffs. Why? Ego. Ego. Baseball players have the biggest ego on the planet. I thought football was bad. Baseball through the roof. Baseball is through the roof. Pete Alonso said, get me up out of here already. Hadn't even cleaned out his locker yet. Get me up out of here. You knew what was going to happen in New York. The expectations of New York sports teams in reality need to meet. Expectations in reality need to meet. You know how the media is up there. You know the standard of playing New York sports. And when you get these athletes that don't measure up, the rebuttal is crazy. Like Aaron Judge, he's one of the best, regular season baseball players I've seen in quite some time. But when it comes to the post-season, where you at? Where's Aaron Judge? Can't find him. Can't find him. What's the problem? What's the problem? If Aaron Judge can't hit, it's the coach's fault. Coach can't bat for you. You up there. I would move Aaron Judge up in the lineup. They say he needs more at bats. Move him up in the lineup. Move him up in the lineup. Make them adjust. Make Boston adjust. But the scariest thing I see in all these teams in this playoffs, Detroit and Cleveland. I got Cleveland all day. They're too disciplined of a team at the plate. Cincinnati and L.A. They got Hunter Green on the mound today in L.A. You talking about a slap in the face. Let the Natty win this first game. Uh-oh. Could it be a fire sale in L.A. after this season? Ashton Kutcher Kershaw is retiring. Mookie getting up there in age. What we going to do? Boston and New York. If Aaron Judge doesn't hit, night-night. San Diego and the Cubs. Enough said about how I feel about Chicago. I want them swept. Shut them out every game. 2 players ejected from the Cubs. Yeah, I want all that. Bring me all that action. Because anytime the Cubs in the playoffs, here in St. Louis and the Cardinals are not in the playoffs, that's all we see a Cub fan. That's all we see. Somehow this city has adopted that team in Kansas City with football. And now with the baseball playoffs, the Cardinals didn't make it, but the Cubs did. And Kansas City won that practice game, scrimmage game, Sunday. So this week, those 2 fans are going to be invading St. Louis with their cheer and joy. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't like when the Cubs are happy. I don't like it. Especially their fans. Oh, my God. Oh, they're the worst. They're the worst. They're the worst fans in baseball. I said in baseball, not sports. In baseball, they're probably some of the worst fans I've ever seen in my life. Not the ones that go to sports bars, the ones that go to the games and they reek and smell of beer 24/7 while they're talking to you about the game that you're watching. Actually, did you see it? Those fans right there. But as I said, my World Series prediction is the Cleveland Guardians and the San Diego Padres. And I want to go 7 games. I want to go 7 games. And because Fernando Tatis Jr. was here as a kid, I'm going to email him and see if he can come through here with the World Series trophy so I can touch it. But I'm looking forward to watching my dude, Hunter Green, pitch today on the mound. If they take down L.A., that's a story right there. That's a story right there for sure. Again, I want to test these coaches that said Daniel Jones, Mac Jones, Jackson Dart, and Justin Fields were garbage. Show me these people. How do they still have a job? How do you get a job to evaluate talent, but you're not a scout? How do you get a job in player development if you never played ball players Pop Warner? How do these people get these jobs? How? Because they know somebody? They send in a YouTube video? How are these people getting these jobs in a development process or finding the talent? Say, hey, let's be a good guy. You need coach, I got somebody you need to see. We've seen Secret of the Curve. They don't listen to the old person. So who are they listening to? You can be too old to coach, play, and umpire, but you can be the right age to evaluate talent, but too young to officiate a game. I'm confused across the board. It may be a little bit of age discrimination, but I don't want no more baseball umpires behind home plate over the age of 40. No. They got too much power. Let's rebrand the whole Baseball Umpire Association. WNBA, you get in here too. Come on, let's get them in here too. We have got to stop going to these middle school games, hiring umpires, in D3 colleges, hiring these officials. No, you have all these umpire schools, all these referee clinics. Where those people at? Where? And then last night, you got former NFL officials commentating on the penalties and the flags. They were wrong 11 out of 15 times last night. How are these people getting these jobs? We're yelling at the players and the coaches. The bottom line, maybe these officials got something to do with it. There were 2 touchdowns in that Jacksonville game that they said it was down to 1 yard line. I thought the pylon was a touchdown. If you touched the pylon, they said that was a touchdown. The pylon was touched twice. There's a camera on the pylon, but they said he's down at the 1 inch line. I told my friend Mary that we need a place to go on Mondays. Just go in there and vent, not break anything. No TVs, no music, soundproof. Just let loose. Let it off your chest. Just let it go. We don't want to sit on no couch. We don't want nobody telling us to be quiet or go over there. I got to get this off my chest. Because you can see something happen. Then you think about it a couple hours later. Then you see more evidence of it. Then you have that night to go to sleep. Then you're having dreams about it. Then you get up and you write it down. And it's still not making sense. You need to go to that place. Get it off your chest. We hold too much in. We can't yell at home no more. They're going to think you're yelling at the wife or the kids or the dog. You can't go outside and yell. They're going to call them peep on you. You can't sit in your car and yell. They're going to call them peep on you. Where are you supposed to go to get it off your chest? Your friends don't listen to you unless it's something bad. What friend do you have? You can tell them, hey, man, can we talk? I'm having such a great day. I want to talk to you about it. They don't want to talk to you. Now you tell them, man, my girl tripping, man. All right, come on over. Nobody wants to hear your good stories. You tell them you got something bad going on. Oh, he left me again. Come on over, girl. I'll make us some drinks. But you tell her, I just got approved for the loan. I'm going to look at this house today. Well, good luck to you. I'll talk to you later. Nobody wants to share on the good. They want to be the clickbait of the TMZ. What happened? Well, I didn't know that. Well, how long that's been going on? None of that is the answer or the key. It's just finding those people that hit the spot and the button for you. Finding the people. Again, good folks, good people. Going on October 4th over here at Outpost Coffee and Bricks at 4630 Lindell in the heart of Central West. They have their grand opening going on for you. Tim and the crew, Helena, my little homie off today, Miss Melody, they will be taking care of you when you stop on by and swing on by. It's Tuesday, and how is your Tuesday going? Good folk, good people. How's it going? I think I'm on my 3rd cup of coffee. Things can get a little heated today. Get a little bit heated today. I don't know. It's a little bit heated today. On occasion, and the situation of the people. But most importantly, what is your calm? How do you calm yourself down? How do you calm it down? Nice walk in the park, sit in the park, people watching, cigarette in your hand, just leaning back. Walk through the grocery store. Remember when grocery stores played that great music and you buying stuff you had no idea you put in the basket when you get to the register? Like, where did I put that in there? You heard that good music. In a perfect world, I want a DJ in the grocery store with large signage for my legally blind people out there. Roo, 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 roo. Where we can actually read what we're buying. You don't want to hear the horror stories of things I bought by accident. The day that Walmart rearranged that grocery store, I was so mad. When you know where you memorize where everything is at and they remodel the store, I've never been in a grocery store for 2.5 hours in my life. That was the slowest process ever. I don't know what's wrong with people. If we have a blind center here in St. Louis, why do we don't have a grocery store with large signage? Why? I tell you what, it's coming. We're going to have large signage and a DJ. We're going to get the people up out of there. We're going to get them going. You notice people eat faster with the right music. Can you imagine how they would shop listening to some hip hop? What? Need to bring that back. Music in the grocery store. Remember Rack Room Shoes used to have an MC in there? When you walk in, dude shouting you out like you're on a game show. We need to bring that back. Bring that back. All right. As of now, our next time going on the road, not this Thursday, but next Thursday, we're going to be at Frenchtown Records on Park Avenue in Lafayette. Yeah, buddy. All my vinyl collectors out there and music lovers, should be a good time had by all. Not this Thursday, but the following Thursday, we will be there, getting it in with the people, of the people, by the people. And I hate to tell you this, but I have to mention it. It's Libra season. It is Libra season, and today is my nephew DJ's 4th birthday. I don't know what you do on the 4th birthday. Usually the parents get liquored out. When you go to a kid's birthday party under 10, you get liquored out. The kids don't matter till they turn 10. Then you got to bring a gift for the kid. So for a kid under 10, we should bring a bottle. I went to a kid birthday party one time. I think the kid turned 6 or 7. We was there at 4 a.m. Who was at a kid birthday party that long? And the kid went to sleep, I think, about 6 p.m. We playing spades, dunk, bid whiz, Monopoly, Madden. The kid is out. So I think all kids' birthday parties should be held where? At a gaming place. I think Chuck E. Cheese back, but I think Chuck E. Cheese, the way it looks now, probably scares some adults right now. Because they look real now. They look real. But happy 4th birthday to you, nephew, DJ, and all the Libras out there for sure. Again, our Cardinal baseball season is over with. But I think we meet the new guy at the helm today. I don't know if they're having a special press conference or not, but we meet the new guy at the helm. I hope he has a good name that we can make fun of, whether he's doing good or bad. I'm looking forward to what could be possibly on the rise here as players coming to St. Louis. I love when they give us a wish list. Potential landing spots for this guy, and it's somebody we like. But everybody wants a pitcher. I want somebody in that lineup that brings fear to the pitching staff of the opposing team. The way our lineup did in the late 90s and 2000s, the way that Cardinal lineup put fear in pitchers, we need that again. We had no fear in that lineup. We haven't had fear in the lineup since that man, number 5. We have not. So luckily we get that back real soon to the possibility for sure. Okay, I'll tell you what we got going on this week. Tomorrow we'll be back at the studio of mycitymymusic.com, Dre Montez. I do believe tomorrow we'll be doing a show at 12:30 instead of 12. Special time tomorrow. So we'll be doing Montez at Midday, as well as Who's to Blame, the podcast. And again, I'm working on rescheduling Gregory, who's going to come on today and talk about AI, not Allen Iverson, but about artificial intelligence. And what I like about it, he's an older gentleman. And I think that's what we're having, that cross pattern of people over 40 afraid of technology and moving forward. My mother still is afraid to send an email. We're going to work on that next Tuesday. I'm going to get my mom to send her first email ever. It's going to be a lot of cussing. You ever tell somebody how to drive you love? Oh, my God. So what should we do about the NFL overtime rule? We're going to keep it this way or go back the old way? Go back the old way. Are we too hard on WNBA officials or let it go, Dre? The league going to fold anyway. Are the Cardinals going to get a new stadium within 10 years? The way everybody else moving on up, making changes, we in trouble. We in trouble. As well as sports fans' behavior at these NFL games and the Ryder Cup, maybe y'all need to look at these kids in college, except the ones that stormed the field Friday night. We still haven't heard if that young man is okay. That was the fastest field storm I've seen in quite some time. Never seen anything like it. A lot of people blame security. You tell me if you can find security. Tell me if you can find security. If the police officers were pointing them toward the river when they tore down the goalpost in Tennessee, what makes you think security going to stop them from running on the field? Talk to me. No. As long as no one gets hurt, okay. Finding these schools and universities, they have the money. When they tore down that goalpost in Tennessee, they said it's going to cost you $500,000. They paid that money by the next day before church service was out. So they have the money at these colleges and universities. So that's not the issue. There's a few of them that have the little breakaway lock on there. But you know what's coming. It's homecoming time. It's rival time. Do your homework. Understand who these kids are about to play. And if they win, are you ready for the repercussions? Are you ready? And most of these schools are in these real small towns. I still think the funniest two things over the weekend had to be University of Southern California going to Champaign, Illinois to watch a football game. Hilarious. Also, people from Chicago, Illinois going to Vegas to watch the Bears beat the Raiders in Vegas, and they made the big screen at the game and at your home as well. Those two right there are going to live up here forever. Because I want to know how many people from USC went to jail in Champaign, and how many people from Chicago are still in jail in Vegas. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man, that's too funny. The image I'm having, man, the image I am having. Goodness gracious. I tell you what, last night, Denver Broncos won, so we're already off to a good week. That defense, way to do. Bo, you did fine, except on that one throw. We'll talk about it. Sean Payton, you did it again on 4th and 2. You did it again. I don't know what it is with you on 4th and 2. Or is it the number 42? Or is it the number 6? There's something going on with you when it comes to numerology, and we need to get to the bottom of it. We got to figure out why Philly fans and players are mad, and they're 20 of 21, and one of them includes a Super Bowl victory. I've never seen that before in my life. The things that they do and say, and it seems as though this phone is doing it again. It's like they want me to. There we go. All right, good folks, Tiki Talk. We're going to get on out of here and let you guys handle the rest of your Tuesday. Thank you for tuning in. We'll come back at you tomorrow, about 12:30 tomorrow, with some more Montez at midday, as well as Who's to Blame podcast. So thank you guys for tuning in to Outpost Coffee and Breaks presents A Drip with Dre here live at 3460 at 4630 Lindell, Outpost Coffee and Bricks. See you at the grand opening on October 4th, good people. Peace out. Peace out. All right, good folks. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow from the studio. Thank you to the great folks here at Outpost Coffee and Bricks, Elena and Tim, and special out to my little homie Melody. Thanks again, guys, and we will see you next time. Until then, peace out.